You can't stand it when Batman just stares at me like that. And he's standing on a nickel box, right in front of a nickel collection. I think he's trying to say it's time for a nickel hunt. And you know what? I'm actually quite agreeing with him. I think it's about time to get to it. Let's not dilly-dally. Onward. Silver Chupacabra here, staring down a nickel box. Can't wait to get into it. Can't wait to see if we can find something to fill this. Can't wait to see if we find anything that's a different type. Buffalo nickel, V nickel. Man, if a shield nickel decided to visit, I would open the door for him. I'll tell you that. Love to see some Silver War nickels as well. You know, if we found some proofs and for some varieties, hey, who's to say we're not going to let them into the door too? We will. We're like that. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at our nickel book collections. We're going to hone in on the nickels, the Jefferson nickels that we're actually looking for. As you can see, same 7 as you saw before. We were unable to fill any of the holes the last time around. Those 2 are tough, although this one I have seen others find before on box hunts. This is the one. Man, good luck on that one. Got to be probably a collection dump for that. These 2 really are in the realm of finding here. You know, when you're talking about in the teens and in the 21 million there, they're findable. I found Silver War nickels all the time. Well, not all the time, but enough times to know that, hey, I should be able to find those. These other ones, the 38S, the 39D, and the 39S, yeah, they're in the single millions. They're going to be toughies. The thing is, we won't know if we found them until we go at it. Let's go ahead and check the box out to see if it's showing us any potential. Okay, so I have opened up the top side. This one does, as you saw earlier, it does have holes. The nickels are hard to look at with those holes, especially when I would say a third of them are being blocked by little circular cardboard things that are blocking up the holes. So I thought we'd just stay at that. The ones I did see, there's potential there, definitely. This is definitely a circulated box, as you can see. But you're getting some of the 2004 stuff in there as well. Definitely getting some of the newer Jefferson. Can't really even call it a profile. It's like almost a full frontal. Not the biggest fan of that front, by the way, but it is what it is. On the initial, I'm not really necessarily. Might have some age to it. Not really seeing a whole lot of age on at least this ender. But then again, it's just one coin. So anyway, let's find out what's inside them. That's, of course, is as usual the important part. Let's get it started. Okay, we're already hot out of the chute. First roll, just laid it out. First find of the box. This must be, it's either the 3rd or the 4th box in a row where I've hit a Canadian nickel. That's awesome. It actually might have a little bit of age to it. We'll find out. Yeah, I don't know. That might be the oldest one I found, but that's always hard to tell. 1983. So we've already struck a little gold with the beaver. Then we'll go up in the fines area. I did see one other potential. You can see the D mint mark. Sorry about the shading there. D mint mark there on the back. That means it's at least 1964 or older. And to be a little bit more glass half full, because I definitely am a glass half empty person, I'm not going to mention the date that I always mention when it comes to this. I'm going to be thinking, for starters, 1950D. Why not? So let's see if that is the case. We'll even slow roll it. A little success failure. We'll see what happens. Oh, it's a 64. Well, that hasn't happened too often in the past. Not saying anything. I only read the date out. I'm not going to bring it up anymore, other than when it kind of rolls out like that. But anyway, we'll look at the RPM. Let's go ahead and check the rest of the roll. I'll bring you back in if I find anything. Okay, let's roll 3 of the box. Just spread them out and just peeking out right there. I see a 4 and a 6 as the last 2 numbers of the date. So definitely, I believe this is 1946 or some such. Let's pull it over right there. Yep. 6 is looking a little weird there, but it is 1946. Do we have a mint mark to go along with that? We do not. So that will be a 46 out of Philadelphia. Nice find. Still got a whole roll to go through. Bring you back if I find anything. It's still on roll 3, and we've got the first of the 1940s coming out there. Nice. Let's see if we have any mint mark for that one. Nope. We're going to go with 40 Philadelphia on that one as well. Cool. I'll bring you back in once again if I find anything else. Okay, roll 10. Yeah, a little bit dry here, but just laid out a roll and started looking through. And that one came out 1942. Now that year is the start of a different type, a Silver War nickel, 35%. They also did have the regular nickels, which is considered a type 1. I do not think this is silver. This does not by any stretch look silver. 42D would be definitely a nice catch here too. It's got a lot of wear, I'm thinking. So no Silver War nickel. And there is no mint mark, so that it will be another Philadelphia. We're on the Philadelphia train today so far. 1942, type 1. Got a few more to look through. I'll let you back in if we find anything. Okay, on roll 11. Just laid out the roll here. We do have something peeking out. It looks like a 58. And let's move it over here so we can all see it. Yep, sure looks like a 58. Was probably a Denver, but we could be surprised. It seems to be the Philadelphia box so far. No, Denver it is. So, I'd thought about this from the last time. I'll put her up here first. I'm thinking anymore. I'll show, I showed it here. I don't think you want to, if we get a bunch of 58s or 57s or 59s, I don't want to even see that. I don't mind listing them on the old list or the coins found because, anything 60 or 59 and lower to me is a good find. Anyway, so I'll mention them casually. Fact is, I need to mention this casually before I forget it again. I actually found this probably back in roll 6 or 7. 2009. Unfortunately, it is Denver. The story behind that is they made a lot less in 2009, but still way in the millions. I mean, 20 some odd million, I believe. So I still do not have a 2009 Philly in my collection. It's weird. I thought I'd show that to you because that's like second box in a row. I've found a few here. That's the first one for this one, by the way. Anyway, before I dilly-dally here, I was not looking at this one, but it is a 64. It's Denver. You can look at the RPM on that one. This one, I don't know what it is yet. Could definitely be a 64. Oh, that's right. I'm not supposed to say that. I'm thinking more 50D on this one. let's see if that becomes true. I'll take anything D. It is 1964. Oh, that doesn't happen too often. So we'll look at the RPM on that as well. I do have lots of nickels to go through. I'll be back if I do find anything. Okay, roll 15. That man's in peril there. Not much to stand on. But anyway, brought you in. I've already laid out and kind of started searching through there. 1954. Nice. Let's see if it has a mint mark to go along with it. It does. I believe that's a 54 San Francisco. Nice. Cool find. I always like getting San Francisco's in there. Cool. I'll check out the rest of the roll and bring you back in if we find something. Okay, roll 16 is up to bats. Just laid out this list. There's actually some interesting potential there. But you know me, I like looking for these mint marks on the back because I know that this is going to be a 1950D. Look at the detail on this. This thing actually is in pretty good condition. I mean, no steps, but the rest of it's got stuff going. This has got to be a 1950D. Even with the way the rim is, like in the older 64s. This is me pounding my fist. It's just funny. I could tell right off the bat, 64, the older ones, they made tons of these, by the way. But it's got such a deep rim to it. It's almost infallible. Anyway, that was a little game of success fail. And that was definitely a little bit of a fail. I'll bring you back in if we find anything else in 16, though. Okay, roll 17. Just laid it out. Actually, lots of interesting coins already in here. Here we go. I'm going to do a little success fail. As you can see, there's the back. And, of course, we know that this is going to be the 1950 out of Denver, the Holy Grail of Jefferson Nichols. Yes. Yes, Jeff. Well, hey, it wasn't 64 or 56. It was close, you know. If we took that little intern on the 6 and kind of wedged it a little bit into a 0, we'd be sitting perfect here, wouldn't we? Cool find. I do have lots to look through. Well, I'm telling you, I am almost guaranteeing I'll be coming back in roll 17 here with a find. We'll find out if that's true. By the way, success. Okay, so we are still on roll 17. Like I said, there was some good stuff. I saw this one earlier, and it has it has so much wear on it. It's not even funny. Look at the rim. 1938. This will be the third time I've encountered a first year Jefferson. The deal is I actually need a 38S in the book. Worn like this usually means no mint mark, but we'll find out here pretty quick. And then, there she is, 38 out of Philadelphia. Great find. That'll definitely plug a hole in the secondary collection. Cool beans. I will go on to roll 18. Roll 25, halfway through the box. Just laid out the roll here itself, and got a find here that I don't get too often. Actually, I don't get the later ones like this too often. I do believe that is a proof right there. So pull it out. So get that mirror-like background finish. Yep, 1990S. This is awesome. Like I said, I don't think I've ever actually found something this young. I forget how to put it sometimes. But it is definitely a proof with the S being there. Cool beans. Let's see what the back looks like. Yeah, it definitely has been in circulation, but still, cool find. I'll go through the rest of the roll and bring you back if we find anything else. Okay, roll 31. Just laid out the nickel roll here. And I'll tap back down at the end. I saw this shiny here, but look at the date that's sticking out. It is 1959. This thing looks like it's in gorgeous shape. Plenty of detail. Let's check out that back there for a second. Yeah, so 59D. I was going to say, or was going to wonder if there were any steps. I'm thinking they're pretty mangled there, like most of these are. But still, the rest of it's in gorgeous shape. Might be an upgrade. Well, take a look at the rest of the roll here. It is getting, or it has been pretty dry here. I believe that is number 9. By now, I should be in the teens when it comes to nickels. Did have another 58, by the way. But as I said before, I'm not going to show all the 58s. But that's the only 59 I'll probably show too. Roll 36 and just spread out the nickels. And looky here, looky, 1948. In decent shape. Usual wear and stuff like that. Do we have a mint mark to go with that? We do not. 1948 out of Philadelphia. I still have quite a bit of nickels to go through. I'll come back if I find anything. Roll 37 of the nickel box brings us another find. 1940. Man, he's got some scars on him here. Those are not black marks. Those are actually holes. We do have a 40 in the holder over there, or whatever you want to call that. Do we have a mint mark this time around? We sure do. Nice. D for Denver? Nope. I believe that's an S. Sometimes you gotta get really far down there to see this stuff. 1940S. Awesome. We've got a few more coins to look at. Okay, roll 39 of the hunt. I just finished spreading it, and now just single Searching here, and just came across 1946. Nice. Little junkie there on the bottom. Do we have mint mark to go along with it? Yes, we do. 1946 out of Denver, or minted in Denver, I should say. That goes with the 46 Philadelphia I found earlier. Nice. Still have plenty to check through. Come back if I find anything. Okay, roll 42 is up to bat. As I was laying things out, kind of noticed this right off the bat. We've got another 1940. And we've had a Philadelphia and a San Francisco, I believe, before this. Can we make the entire mint circle, or however you want to call it? That'd be Denver. Oh, it's plain. Used to call those things plain, by the way. I know it's Philadelphia. Anyway, I will check through the rest of this layout, see if I find anything. Roll 43. And continue to, at least at the end of this box, it seems to be hitting pretty good here. We've got another 1940. Let's say, will this complete all three mints for 1940? It'd have to be a Denver. Nice little ding there. Yay, there it is. It is Denver. Nice. Small victories. I do need to go through the rest of the pile here. The coins. If I do find anything, I'll come back. Okay, we are on to roll 48. Almost to the end of the box there. I opened up this roll, and I don't do this as often anymore because I just don't see it really happening. But this has a little red tinge on the rim. That's what they call that. Yep. Now, it really is a red tinged coin, too. Brownish red, something to that effect. Let's see if we've got anything. 19. Whoa, 39. I was not expecting that. Let me make sure that that is a 3 and not a 5. No, it is indeed a 3. Well, could have some things going on. The usual rule is if it's got a lot of wear, it's usually going to be just Philadelphia. And I do not have a 39 D or an S, so that is something that we are looking for. Let's see if it happens. It does not. It is a Philadelphia. Cool. We had a 38 earlier, also from Philly, 39 as well. Got a lot of the older Jeffersons in this box. Well, obviously, I still need to lay this down and check it out. I'll be back if I find something. Okay, there's a big empty right there. We have finished off the first box, or I have finished off, however you want to play that. I like to include you guys too, so hey, you know. I believe, let me just do a quick I believe we have 17 finds there, which is kind of on the lower end of average. And it was an interesting box hunt. Nothing really special coming out of there. I did like the 38. Had a lot of character to it. Out of Philadelphia. So, thought about it. Gonna put another box into this one. Let's get right to it. Okay, just opened up the top of the second nickel box. This does happen to be one of those boxes with the holes down on the bottom. Couldn't really see a whole lot. The fact is, I thought actually there was a lot of new and kind of very old, or very little old. But on the top side here, I'm kind of seeing a good mix, to be honest. Let's see here. Maybe a few oldies here, at least head-wise. And of course, this is just the end of the coins. No buffaloes. I guess that one box of the Buffalo Ender was just a one-off, which still is one of the coolest one-offs I've ever seen. What's inside's these rolls is gonna be the more important piece. Let's go ahead and get right to that first roll. Okay, second box, second roll. I've actually started looking through this roll here, and that one came up. It's actually 1942. Pretty decent condition, actually. The hair's got a lot of detail to it. Let's see if we've got a D mint mark to go with that. Well, let me first say, okay, it could be a Silver War nickel. I don't have a inkling to think it is. It just doesn't have the look. I've been surprised before, though. So, nothing there. This is unfortunate. Because it still has lots of good detail. Does it have a D? No D? I don't know. This could be an upgrader. I'm not very in love with the gunk there on the back, but still, overall, good detail. Check the rest. Let you in if you find anything. 15th roll of the box. And it's been a pretty dry one so far. End of the 15th roll. Do come up with a 1954. Let's see if it's got any swag or some mint mark to go with it. It does, 54D. Cool. We'll go on to the 16th roll. The 16th roll of this second box. And we've got a couple of things to look at after the spread. Looks like I've got a D mint mark on that one, which is on the back, so it has to be at least 1964 or older. Of course, we're thinking this is going to be the 50. 1950D. Oh, look at that front. It's looking pretty good. That's a sheer sign that this is going to be a 5064. Okay, well, I'll put that up to the side there, but we do have an absolute find down here. Look at that one, 1949. It's the year under 1950. Decent shape. Lettering is pretty bold. Do we have a mint mark to go with that 49? We do not. So 1949 out of Philly, or minted in Philly. Gonna look through the rest, see if we've got any other finds. Okay, 18th roll of this second box. I have actually just laid out the nickels, and I got a couple of areas to look at. As you can see, that third coin has a D mint mark on the back, and we know that's going to be a 1950D. And then we have this. Well, this one says it all. We know it's 1941. Let's take a look. Ooh, I like the rim on this. Nice and rimmy. I don't know how else to put that, by the way. In other words, it's a pretty decent shape for 41. The question is, do we have a mint mark on this? Just because of the rim, I'm going to say we do. Let's slow roll it. Yes. Wow. Cool. It is a 41 minted in Denver. Let's go ahead and check the other one while we're at it. Because remember, we're thinking this is 50D here. This is the top of the pops. So, just positive mental thinking here, folks. Question is, will it be? Well, let's see. 19. Whoa, there is a 5 there. Will it have a 0 on the back end? Oh, God, it was circular like a 0. Yeah, we're just going to say that's a 0. 1956. Also minted in Denver. So, this roll's already got a couple of finds. And we'll finish out the rest. I'll bring you back in if you find another one. So, roll 29. The end of the roll. Got a nice 1952. And let's find out where it was minted. Philadelphia. So, also found a 1959 out of Denver in this roll as well. This one continues to be pretty dry, but then I get some of these two for ones. 2 coins and 1 roll piece. We are on to roll 20. Let you back in when I hang with a nice find, or the next find, or a nice find. Okay, roll 33 of the box. It's been pretty dry, to be honest. Been getting a lot of, I thought I'd show you this one. It is nothing special, but I've been getting a lot of this. Hey, look, it's a find. It's a 1958. Oh, look, it's a D. And I think that makes like 7 now. At least I'll get to check. I think the 58 has another PM. Anyway, I thought I'd just show you that because, like I said, this has gotten slow. I'll check the rest of the roll here for finds. Okay, roll 40 is on the table. And a bit down the line, we can see that popping up. 1940. Already had 4 dates in the 40s there. Question is, does this one have a mint mark? It does not. So, 1940, Philadelphia. I'll bring you back in if there's another find in this roll. Okay, 5 rolls left of this second box. Roll 45. I've just laid out that roll. And you should be able to see that one. And it is familiar. We've had, I believe, 5 other ones, something to that effect. I've actually got all the mint marks, so let's see if we can double the mint mark gap here. Nope, that'll be Philadelphia. Cool. Now let's check out one other one here. We're thinking this is finally going to be that 1950D. So let's do a little check in here. Ooh, that rim feels like something else, though. 1964. Yeah, I could tell that was 64 just by the rim. There's some possibles in there. I'll bring you back if that possible becomes a fact. Okay, we are on roll 46. Yes, Jeff, you can count. I'd already spread it out, didn't really see much in there, but this baby snuck in there somehow. It would be a 1939 second year Jefferson. Now, got a couple of friends, D&S, that would be really nice to see here. But it is pretty worn. Tough to get key dates in circulated nickel piles, but let's see what we got. And it is 1939 Philadelphia. It's all right. It's a find, and this has been a pretty tough. This has been a pretty tough number to actually have some finds. Cool. Well, if I find something else in this roll, I'll bring you back. Roll 48 of this. I gotta say, it's a slow going box. I've got the roll here. That one's sitting out there. This is a newbie. This one reminds me of some of the newer ones, and as you can see, boom. Do you have another one here? Let's go ahead and check her out. Not this one that's got the green, but the one beside it definitely has a look, but that doesn't mean anything. Whoa! Well, that was unexpected. Let's kind of take a look at that. You know that P means up on top here, that means this is a Silver War nickel from 1942 to 1945. It's going to be one of those dates. Let's go ahead and slow roll it. See what we got here. 1943. Cool. It's been quite a while since just a special find, but Silver War nickel. I have not had one like in 3 or 4 boxes. Very, very cool. Thank you. I've still got a roll to go through. So maybe there's another one in there just hiding. I'll be back if we find one. Okay, well, there's the second box, and she's empty. And we're done, so to speak. Definitely not going to look at another box, but anyway, you can kind of see the finds in front of us. We'll do a little summary. Before that, actually, I will go ahead and look through to see if there are any varieties with these coins or hunting nickels. We do have a couple of 39s. And then we'll go to the collection books and see what's what. So, I'll be back with either a summarization or some variety finds. Okay, so time for a summary. I did look through all the coins in front and did not find any varieties, hennings, mark problems, or anything like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bounty. This was 2 boxes, and I believe 31 Jefferson nickels, 59 and older. And there are a couple of things that's up here that we'll talk about as well as finds. Anyway, I do note that we did find a couple of 38s Philadelphia and a 39 also Philadelphia and a 43 Philadelphia as well. But that was that Silver War nickel that we found on the the 48th, either the 46th or the 48th rolls right at the end. Definitely is for the spirits, by the way. Anyway, 1940s. We got 4 1940s out of Philly, one D and one S. So I did find everything from the 40s, which is always cool to do that. 1941 Denver. Sorry, I'll bring that in a little bit more. You can see that. My apologies. The C's are the 42s. Both of them are type 1, so they are not silver. These are the 46s. Philadelphia and Denver there. 48 Philadelphia. 49 Philadelphia. 1952 Philadelphia as well. We've got a 54 out of Denver and a 54 minted in San Francisco there. A couple of 56s Denver minted. 7 1958s. And then a couple of 1959 Denvers. That one I'm thinking is going to be an upgrade. We'll find out as we get there. Anyway, here are the top finds. Kind of already went through the first 4. Found a Canadian early. It was either, it was in the first 3 finds. It kind of seems to happen as well. I find them very early on, and that's it. Cool Proof, 1990s. Still has a little bit of mirror, but as you can see, she's had some circulation. I do not know if this is a proof or not, but if it is not, it is a stellar. What is that? 28 years old, 28-year-old nickel. That thing has everything on it, and it's got kind of a mirrory type reflection. I don't know if it's a proof or not, but I mean, look at that. Got steps on there as well. Anyway, those are the finds. I don't think we're going to have anything to fill in the primary, but I can't remember which steel. I can't remember which silver war nickels is still needed on there. So anyway, I'm hoping at least the secondary gets a little bit of action. So anyway, I'll come back with the collection books. Okay, so here are the collection books. No holes were filled. I was thinking maybe that one, but it would have had to have been Denver. So that silver or nickel doesn't get to go there. And the fact of the matter is, the secondary already has a 43 out of Philly as well. And there's just no upgrade possibilities there. I did do a little bit of upgrading up here in the 40s, just because I found a couple that look pretty good. And I'll tell you what, that 59 that I discussed earlier, yeah, it got in here, but barely. Now the secondary has a pretty good 59 Philadelphia as well. So anyway, nothing changes here. And out of what, 31 Jefferson nickel finds, nothing changes here either other than an update or two. Nope, I take that back. What am I saying? That is the only hole that gets filled on this one. The 38 out of Philadelphia. That was that one that was pretty worn. Anyway, it was a good hunt to a point. And I knew this was going to happen. Once I started coming to a point where the holes to get filled are going to be a little bit tougher to actually fill, well, it's just going to get tougher. And it's going to seem, like, you're kind of hunting, but you're finding good finds. But the thing is, it's not going to really change much. But we'll continue plugging at it. I love working in nickels. I found that proof, that 92 proof, San Francisco, which was awesome too, by the way. That's my first later year proof that I've actually found in the nickels. So that was nice. Anyway, I hope you got a little bit out of this, a little bit of entertainment. Definitely going to be doing more in the future. I do have a special thing that will be coming out next. I was able to get my hand on some Wheatie rolls, which means that everything in there is supposed to be a Wheatie. We're going to go into that next and see what we can find in there. So anyway, this is a Monday, or a late Monday, early Tuesday of the week. Hope everybody has a great rest of the week and weekend as the holidays fast approacheth, so to speak. We'll see you later. Goodbye, and take care of yourselves.